Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Kashif Kamran, your tutor for advanced audit and assurance. Gaining marks in AAA is as easy as C and D. Let's investigate what C and D are and how would they contribute in gaining marks in AAA paper. Let's first look at C. C is about connectivity. Now, connectivity to the case is the most important thing when you want to gain marks in AAA paper, because there is no space of generic writing in AAA paper. There is no space of rote learned material in the AAA paper. So all what you need to do is that you need to identify the facts and the right information from the case study to produce a good answer. So when you are into the reading and planning time, and when you're reading through the exhibits, it's about identifying the information from the case which is relevant to the requirement and then producing a good answer. Any student who connects the answer with the case study, or who has a better connection of answer with the case study, or who is absorbing the case study in the answer, you are moving towards the right track of success. So connectivity is the first success criteria in AAA. Second, with connectivity, you need the D. D is basically the depth. Now, what is the definition of an ideal depth in AAA paper? To what extent you should develop your point? Because a lot of time the student fail to develop a point even though they have identified something very well from the case facts and the case information. But the depth is important. Now, the depth will vary from topic to topic. There is no one definition of an ideal depth in the AAA paper. For example, if I'm writing a procedure, the depth of a procedure could just be one sentence long. Or if I'm writing an action, the depth of an action could just be one sentence long. But if I'm writing a business risk, probably I will go for like 3 to 4 sentences because I need to explain the issue which is giving rise to the business risk in the context of the case. Then I need to talk about the impact of that business risk on the business objectives. And I need to justify the choice of my business objective, that this particular business objective will be impacted and why. So that might take me up to like 3 to 4 sentences per well-developed business risk. Same goes with an audit risk or a risk of material misstatement answer. You need to comment on the accounting treatment. You need to comment on the materiality. You need to comment on the underlying risk within the accounting treatment, that what is wrong in the accounting treatment. It might be classification, it might be recognition, it might be valuation, it might be anything else. And then what is the impact? What is under and overstated? Now, to do all this, I might need 4 to 5 sentences. It also depends upon which accounting treatment am I writing upon and how much help do I have in the case study about spreading my accounting treatment. But at the end of the day, a good looking audit risk, a good looking risk of material misstatement could be 4 to 5 sentences long, and that's perfectly fine in terms of the depth. So the depth will vary from topic to topic. And even in terms of a reporting question, if a student just says this will result in a qualified opinion, full stop, that is not the depth. If the question is asking for explain the impact on the opinion, and you say, okay, this will result in a qualified opinion, that one sentence is not worthy. You need to develop, you need to tell what was the issue basically, and was the issue material? You need to justify the materiality level. And then you will say, because this is the issue, this is the materiality, and on this basis, if the management disagree to rectify the misstatement, the auditor will issue a qualified opinion. A qualified opinion will be followed by a basis of qualified opinion in which the auditor justifies the grounds on the basis of which he has given a qualified opinion. So that's how you develop a. So the depth of a point is important. Same goes with ethics, right? In ethics, you cannot just say this gives rise to a familiarity threat. In the context of the case, why it is giving rise to a familiarity threat. You need to find some information from the case to relate and justify that this is the reason why it is a familiarity threat. And then you need to write a relevant action for a familiarity threat. So the depth will vary, but my point of concern is the depth has to be there. If you are writing in the right depth and whatever you are writing is well connected with the case study, both C and D will contribute in your success and will help you fetch very good marks in the AAA paper. So please ensure you focus on C and D for the upcoming exams in March 24. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.